What's up, guys? So today we're going to switch gears a little bit and do a year review. This is the Penn Battle. It's the original, not the Battle 2. This model was discontinued in 2014. I've got some Battle 2s in storage back in Florida and one at the bottom of Pensacola Bay. We're not going to talk about that. Still have nightmares. But for all intents and purposes, it is the same reel. The Battle 2 had a little bit of weight reduction and I believe a slight upgrade in max drag. But this one, it's a 6,000 size, still pumps out 20 pounds of drag, it weighs in about 21 ounces, so it's not a lightweight. The thing you'll notice with most of the Penn series is with the 4 and 5,000 size, there's not a big change in size of the reel itself as far as the actual weight, how it feels in your hand. When you jump up to the 6 and 8,000, there is a noticeable size increase because the gears get bigger, the spool gets bigger. I mean, it's just a bigger reel. It's not a small reel by any stretch of the imagination. But I've been fishing the battles for probably since about 2012. I've bought some, sold some, just because I like to try new gear, so I kind of switch it up. But there's some that I've had since 2012-ish and never had any problems. I fished them from the piers, beach, and the kayak. I've put them through all kinds of hell and never had any problems. One thing I will say though is with the battles and the fierce, I'm not sure about the clash or conflict. I haven't fished those. The gearbox is not completely sealed. So one thing that helps a lot is to pop out these screws, that one, open the gearbox, and to put a light coating of grease all the way around, anywhere where water could get in. Now that doesn't make it totally waterproof, but it definitely helps slow down some of the intrusion. As far as the function of the reel, I've never had any problems out of them. Like I said, this is the original Battle. I bought this one. This is actually a brand new reel. I bought it because I got a great deal on it. And to me, the additional money I would have spent on a Battle 2 wasn't worth it because they're basically the same reel. The little bit of weight that the Battle 2 shaves off wouldn't matter because this isn't a reel that I'm holding all day throwing. This is on my cobia rod. So if a cobia pops up, I throw a jig to him. If he doesn't, it stays in the rod holder for this particular reel. But like I said, I have and have had battles from the 4 to 6,000 series. On the 6,000s, I've caught tarpon. I've caught some nice kings, big jack crevalles, and never had a problem. With the tarpon and the jacks, I was fishing mainly off the Coast Guard base down in Miami because I'm good like that and I got that access. And the name of the game there is stopping the fish. There's dock after dock after dock with a bridge and current, and 20 pounds of drag with a 100-pound tarpon, he's not slowing down at that. So I'd have it locked down with a spool, just trying to stop him, and that's a lot of pressure on a reel. But they never failed on me. After being dunked in salt water, rolled in sand, everything you can do with just a cleaning once a year and rinse after every trip, I never had any problems. One thing I will say about the Fierce versus the Battle, one of the first things I noticed is the bell spring. With the Battle, you get that nice firm bell spring right there. It's not difficult to open, but it's definitely tighter. So when you're running, if you are running a heavier drag, that makes a difference because the last thing you want to do is snatch back and have that bell chatter where it's popping like that, trying to stay closed, but it's going up. With the larger size Fierces, that would bother me. I'd be worried that was an issue. With the Battle, I know it's not because I've ran them locked down and never had any problems. Now with the Battle 2, you do have the metered spool, the line counter whatever you want to call it. The original battle does not have that, but to me, it's a nice feature, but it doesn't really matter. If you know your gear, you know how much line you have left. The super line spool is a great feature. It's a rubber coating in the middle of the spool, so you can tie your braid to that and not have to worry about it slipping. If you've ever tried to tie a braid to just tying a knot, not using the electric tape method, you know that you can't get it cinched down. It just spins and spins and spins and won't get tight. So that is a big help. But for the money, at the price point of the battle, whether it's the battle or the battle 2, honestly to me it's whichever. If you can find a battle for a good price, like I did, get the battle. If you can find the battle 2 for a good price, get the battle 2. But either way, they are absolutely excellent reels. Matter of fact, in Pensacola, I had to take a reel to get repaired. It's a guy a lot of people use down there, and it wasn't a battle. It was a Daiwa, but I'm not naming names. Saltus 30 black and gold. And we got on the topic of the Penn battles, and I asked him how many he saw, and he just kind of laughed and said, "Man, I never see them. The only way I see a battle is if somebody messes the drag up and compresses the washer, and then I just replace the drag, clean it, and it's good to go." And for that man to tell me that is a very high vote of confidence, coupled with the fact that I've never had any problems with them. None of my fishing partners have ever had any problems with them. That's all I need to know. But I see it brought up a lot, so I figured I'd talk about it because I have fished it. I have used them extensively, and like I say, guys, if I'm in the size range that I need for a particular species, I'm not worried about anything with the battle. So that's all I got, guys. So until next time, y'all take care, catch them up, have a great day, like it, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.